So I'm just going to remove this chicken wire because I want to make this part here is where I'm going to plant them. And then I'll put this back. The little covers are working really good. Some of them, even over here, the little cilantro is starting to grow. So I don't know if I'm going to put them, I'm not sure, but I'm going to probably remove them very soon. I don't want to leave them much longer because it is still getting cold at night, but it's not getting as cold as it was, and it's in the 70s during the day, so it's not overcast. So I think the geothermal, the sun is heating up the soil here. I mean, I could put a piece of plastic over this, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Because I think people start planting around a week from now. So I figured, I don't know, a week, I'll be good. As long as it doesn't get too cold. So I'm just gonna, I got this, I don't know if you guys can see, it's starting to get dark. But I have this little claw thing. So I do have my rake over there, but I don't want to, I think I just want to get these weeds out of here. You keep up with these things, or you do them like once a year, it's not so bad. I'm just going to do organic fertilizer and chemical fertilizer just to get the soil to have some nutrients. But I checked on, like, the arugula's doing really good. Only 1, 2 of the, maybe 3 of the oak trees survived. The onions I think the onions are already starting to grow. I mean, look, they're already growing. I almost have to take the top off because if I don't, they're not going to grow. They're going to hit the top. But what I was saying about the geothermal is when the sun hits these, it keeps the soil warm. So at night, it's keeping the moisture in there and it's keeping the ground warm. So they're like, it's like a little blanket. And all you got to do is when you water, you don't even have to water them as often as the other ones, but just check to make sure when you lift it, and if it's dry under there, that means that it's time to water them again. Because, these are keeping the moisture in there. They're keeping it warm. So if I water around them, that's getting a little bit of water in there, I think. At least it's keeping, it's not completely like dry soil. And they just need that time, like a week or so of time to get big enough. Because we're at a higher elevation. So they just need a little bit of you just need a little bit more time, because if you, like a head start, because if you try to plant them at the end of May, it's almost too hot. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm going to say you can try, but I really don't think it's a good idea, because you're going to pay for the cost of the seeds unless you have a source of plants and you're growing at a higher elevation. Buy your plants, already grown in a greenhouse and plant them like that, and then you'll be fine. But if you don't have that option, or you don't want to pay for the, you you have seeds or you don't want to pay for pre-grown plants, because they are expensive, is just do little greenhouses. Just keep them, just make sure it's not too cold. They can't be freezing. It's got to be like 40s or 50s, preferably 50s at night. Okay, I think this is good. I'm just going to get it a little bit moist, and tomorrow I'll water it again. So I just have a few. Right now I have like 4, and I can always cut more. I didn't realize how much time it was going to take. I'm just going to dig. I'm going to plant them where I want. The potato is going to be in the ground, and I'm going to leave the rest on top. I don't know if this is the best way to do it or not. I've seen them do it different ways. Doesn't seem to be a best way. I think I'm just gonna. Some of these, I don't know what the point is of leaving that on there, but maybe it helps. Just make sure the potato is where you cut the side of, where you scrape the side, because that's where the roots are going to form. And then we'll just have to come back here and check on them in like in a week, I guess. I don't know how long I should give them. A couple weeks maybe. I don't want to check on them because I know they're not all going to make it. I didn't put onions. I didn't brush these with onion, which I think helps the mold or the fungus from forming. So, and these definitely have to be watered again. So, and then I got to put the chicken wire back on. I think I'm gonna build I'm gonna build something. Maybe I have these like they're round planting things, and I'm gonna put milk cartons in them, and then put soil on top. Maybe plant herbs, maybe some roses, and then put it over by the house. But then I'm going to take the chicken wire and put it around them so that nothing can get in there. Like the dog won't get in there, the chicken won't get in there, and the deers, and squirrels might. I think I have the right tools. I got my coffee. I've got an onion. However, it's the next morning, and I think I killed these. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna try to do a bunch of them, and then I'll do some more, like in a day, and just cut fresh ones, because I have the feeling these ones aren't gonna make it. And it was too late last night, and there's just a lot going on, and it feels a little bit like slave labor. Like I'm out here. Like I have no reason for making these rose plants other than just to have more rose plants, and having them to give to friends, or I don't know. I doubt I'll be selling them. I mean, you never know. Yeah, I don't know. These pink ones, I think they're kind of dried out, but I'm going to try. I was talking about how you can sharpen these, but they need to be sharpened. And I'm taking them apart is kind of tricky, because if you don't, like there's like these two parts, and then this thing comes off. You got to be really careful about it. You could probably sharpen it. Well, I don't know. You could probably sharpen it a little bit with a file. you do want to keep things sharp because the more dull they get, the worse they are. Alright, so I got my potatoes ready. I got my onion ready. I've got 4 of these red roses ready. These are the ones I've done already. These are the, well, there's 6 pink ones and 3 red ones. So I'm just going to, I think these ones are going to do a lot better because they're just thicker. And I think they're just having a better chance of making it. Because I just have the feeling that the pink ones, they're so little because the plant is not getting as much sunlight. I just don't think they're gonna I don't know if they're gonna make it, you know, because they're basically gonna have to survive on just the water that I give them in the morning and in the evening. And if I forget, so I'm putting the onion on the cut. I'm just cutting a little section of it here. I think this helps with like disinfecting it and keeping the bugs away and any kind of mold or fungus or something. And then I'm taking this and I have a hole through the potato and I'm putting this through the potato where the cut is. And then it's supposed to root there. And then I'm gonna go over there and I'm going to just kind of lightly cover these with soil in a minute. Let me finish these. That's 1. Look at my poor little knife. It's just all the little hex screws came out. I don't know. I don't even know how to use this. All right, so 2. I hope I'm doing this right. Never cut toward yourself. All right, that's onion. Okay. That's 2. These ones are hard because they you got to make the hole bigger for the potato. That's 2. And make sure you remove the thorns because you do not want to get stuck with a thorn. These ones had big thorns in them. The pink ones didn't really have any thorns, for the most part anyway. Okay, onion. Just so you got it. All right, then potato. Potato. Make sure it covers the cut. Okay, 3. 1 more. These are bigger than they probably need to be, but like this, one of these, they're kind of already growing like you know, a blossom or a shoot on here. So I was thinking maybe that might be good. I don't know. These have been sitting out all night, so they may not work. I'm gonna throw the rest. I'm just gonna compost the rest and start over because I want to fill that whole side over there. And maybe I'll get a couple of them out of there, but maybe they'll all work. I don't know. You know, I've never heard of this technique before. So we'll see. This is number 4. Number 4 goes in sideways. Okay, 4. Okay, let's go. Today I'm trying to water a little bit more than normal because they just looked a little bit dried out today. It felt, when I woke up and went outside, it was like there was, I don't know, the word that I'm thinking is sultry, but it's like the breeze wasn't cool, it was warm. Right now it feels a little cooler, but it's around 4:30. But it got really hot. I went outside around 1 and it was very hot out in the sun. So I can already tell that it's creeping up on us, and pretty soon it's going to be very hot out here. So I'm just going to give them a little extra water. You can see the onions, seems like they're growing. The arugula is growing. The zinnias are growing. And I want to make sure that these rose plants have enough water, that that the soil is soaked, so that they don't dry out. The oak trees, about, like I said, about 2 or 3 of them survived out of the 6. I don't know if I'm going to do any more oak trees. There's so many acorns though, but I think it's too late. I just didn't put them in pots. I'm going to just try putting them in a pot next time. I had to take the chicken wire off because if I don't, the chicken will get in there and she'll destroy everything. So when I'm done, I'm going to put the chicken wire back on there. I've got these planks that keeps the chicken wire up high so the chicken can't eat the little sprouts, because she'll get in there. My zinnias are doing okay. The packet of zinnias, I had 2 packets, and there were like maybe 12 seeds in there. I was kind of disgusted by how few seeds they give you. Like, it just seems kind of ridiculous. The arugula seeds are doing great. I got plenty of those. Under here is my cilantro, and as you can see, it is doing okay. I just got to keep it alive. So now I'm going to put the roses in. I'm just going to try to put them as close together as I think I can, because I want to do more of them. Roses over there. It's like a little jungle. So I would, instead of just composting them, I would like to try to get some roses out of them this year. And then I'll do the red ones like over here. I'm going to do more pink ones though. Okay, here's a pink one. I think you just bury the part of it, part of the potato, but you don't have to bury the whole potato. I guess the potato keeps it moist. I don't know, it keeps the root from dying. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't have about anything, you can bury it sideways. If it doesn't have like any kind of green on it, you almost want to cut off all the green. I've seen them where they just cut the green off. I've seen them where they put them in sand and they just spray them with water every day. So I don't really know what the correct purpose of all these things are. Like, I don't know what the potato's actually doing, but I don't want to completely bury it. Like, you want it to root, so it's got to get some sunlight and water. Okay, so I think those are all the pink ones. If I don't bury them too deep, then I won't know where they are. Where's my... So this is another pink one. The bow's eating a tree. I'm not going to stop him because he probably shouldn't be there anyway. I think he's destroying it. There are so many plum trees. Like, there's a plum tree growing up where the persimmon tree is that I'm probably going to have to either try to move or just kill it. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how they get over there. It's like I guess if a seed drops, then it just sprouts, you know, over time. I've seen it happen. The pear tree, I think what he's eating right now is a pear tree, which I don't really care about because the pear tree it's not edible. It's some kind of a decorative pear. I don't know. I asked my mom and she didn't remember. She goes, I don't remember what it was. But it's some kind of a furry pear. I've never eaten one. I think I tried. They're very hard. They don't ever really get soft. It's not like a normal pear tree. It's more of like a willow tree. It kind of grows up and out. It's kind of nice. It has a nice look to it, and it has fruit, but I don't think they're edible. So look, we got 3 rows now. We're going to do 4 rows. 4 rows. Uh-oh. What did I do with? Where'd it go? Did I just bury it? Okay, you're losing it. You're losing it. Okay, there's 2 more. Alright, so then we'll do more. I really, like, you guys, I know it's not that hot yet, but this is just kind of not really fun. Getting dirty. I think I'm going to take a shower today because it's warm enough. It was, you know, it's like when you live in California or at the higher elevations, you need ventilation because you've got to close your windows at night this time of year, and then in the mornings you have to wait until it gets warm outside and then open them up, like around midday. But and then eventually you just keep them closed and you turn on the air conditioner. But we're not there yet. Look, you guys, they're getting along. Are you guys getting along? Look, here's the tree that he ate. He just ate this tree. He ate it. Cookie, was that you? Who ate that tree? Was it me? Look, here's my horse chestnut trees that I've been growing. I think it's time to move them into a bigger planter. So I'm working on that. I got so many little projects and I got things to do inside. It's just a complete mess. Sorry, tree. I'm really sorry. He ate you. You were growing in the wrong place. Look how happy he is. Yeah, thanks, Cookie. I couldn't make that decision. I just couldn't do it. So, thanks for doing that. Because I was not going to... I just have a really hard time killing trees. Oh, here it is. Look, I found it. I knew I had one there. I just didn't know where it was. Okay, 4 rows. Put the cover back on. Chicken proof. Chicken proof your garden. Because they will destroy it. Put your tools away. Make sure you know where your tools are. Alright? So we've got almost the entire garden planted. Except for right here and where these oak trees are. And I think tomorrow I'm going to have to water my cilantro.